that touch of my savior. Give me that touch of my haters.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cup 19.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now 2nd and 3.
19, 18, 60 average, 60 average.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
In motion goes the tight end. And they run the option here on first and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw He saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Capper 11, Capper 11.
Second and 14. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jamison Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First and 10, Taylor now. We'll get this up to about the 44. The Chiefs are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
I don't need to.
Mahomes going to throw. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 57 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Let's go now.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Set the range. Here we go. Set. Buffalo 80. Buffalo 18.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds Smith and Jigba. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. When you talk about this Chiefs defense, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line.
Pack the 60, pack the 60. Pack all 80.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it.
Walker hitting the ball is out. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Setting up the screen here, this is Walker. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Drop 60. Ready. 70 Lions. 19 tight. Cut 19. Cut 19.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's got it to Williams. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Here we go, set. 19, Charger, 19,
Back to throw. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they take over in a precarious spot here, albeit after forcing the fumble at the goal line. This is safety territory as they start from their own 1. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. 92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Again, it's Johnson. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, he has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12 points.
He's got it at the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards.
First down. A gain of 52 yards. First down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run with Thomas. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's 2nd and 8. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Dragon 60. Ready, go.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are back within a score.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't take it right down Broadway. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Drop 50. Mustang 19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tap the 60.
Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. A beautiful fake. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And good coverage coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time.
That's another Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Look at 19. Cut 19.
In motion right, that's Williams. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man open. It's caught. And he's going to be brought down, but the double pass worked to perfection. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And the Seahawks first down.
Let's go now. 19, Charger, 19, 60 broadcast, 60, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready up. Mustang 19. Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll drop the throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Lock, yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Yellow.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that went quite well.
A hit as as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And he will have the Chiefs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
They gave him the option there on 3rd and short. Run or pass, you choose. And he decided to fling it out to the perimeter. And that was the right call as they pick up the first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line.
Yellow. 180.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Fall down these two.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And it is caught. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just needed to throw the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them at it.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to stretch out their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Kevin. They had a bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A gain of 14. 1st down, Seattle.
Ready, set. Get it. 18 Cardinal.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down and 8.
Yellow.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 40.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Second and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Yellow.
Quick throw going to be caught by Worthy. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 3.
Yellow.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
19-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Yellow.
They'll run here with Taylor. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Seahawks 21. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Takes it to about the 37.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
At the 37-yard line.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Williams, a man in motion right. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And the Chiefs are going to get him. George Karlaftis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach, well, plenty to say about this game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
79 Broncos. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That one caught. It's Horton. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Seahawks.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. I got it. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19 tight. 19 tight.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Go! 77, trap 50, trap 50. Cup 19, cup 19.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go!
They'll look to throw again. That's down the field. He's got a roller. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Hey, go! 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
At the 4-yard line.
70 Lions.
Again, he'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Yellow.
And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 9.
Yellow.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Third down at 13.
Yellow.
Again, it's Taylor. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, The second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Smith and Jigba hauling it in on the out route. Second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
19 Charger, 19 Charger. Cup 19. Ready?
Back to throw again. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Kansas City, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try and turn things around next week.